If love comes around and it comes knocking at your door, and you never pick up because you're never really sure, then you gon' be passed up, be wishing that you had some more. Opportunity is knocking, open up your door, baby. You better open up your door, baby.
Hello, everybody, and happy Tuesday. Welcome to LeXrated, brought to you by the Plug Network. I'm going to get right into things like I do. I have here with me today one of my favorite artists ever, my I Am Royalty family,
Yes.
Rob Lee.
Hey.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm really happy to be here. I'm excited.
Yes. Now, first things first. We go way back.
Yes, we do.
Way back. And I first met him through I Am Royalty at the Vibe.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
Shout out to Sasha Renee. She just had her 7th anniversary at the Vibe. Which Rob Lee performed at. Looking fly, y'all. Looking fly. Looking
thank
good.
you.
Yes,
Thank you.
Yes. And so that was always good to see. A lot of people were out there. A lot of the family came out to represent. So that was awesome to see.
It was dope.
But on a whole different note, I just had to say, because listen, before I met Rob Lee, I was actually like nervous about getting in front of the camera. I had friends who would help me out and stuff, and I had found my makeup artist, and she was like, "Girl, you better do your thing." And so all of that happened. But the first time I made an appearance in a video, a music video, like me, I get to be, was thanks to you. So, oh my goodness, thank you so much for that.
Thank
oh my
you.
Goodness. And ever since then, it's just been, and I'm enjoying every bit of it. I'm like, I'm a star.
For real. Yeah.
It feels good to, get into that. So that was awesome. But back to you and your thing, because even since then, we were just talking about your music videos and how you add a new element to it like every single time. So I think getting into that, I want to ask you, like, what is your favorite part of the creative process?
Ooh, my favorite part of the creative process. Being in control. Being in control, that's honestly, no, seriously. My favorite part of the creative process is, it really is being in control. Coming up with those ideas that, that I know that will connect to people and people will appreciate and relate to.
Right.
I try to create timeless ideas, stuff that it doesn't matter if you see it when it first happens or 5 years from now, like I try to come up with stuff like that. So it's just fun, having a vision in my head and utilizing other creatives to bring a different life into that vision. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's my favorite part.
Yeah, and that's the awesome part. We sometimes forget as creatives about the connective, the connection aspect of the music. Like sometimes when we're creating, we just get so into, this is how I want to represent myself, or this is what I want to do, how I want to be seen, and it's like, it's bigger than that. Like the reason you got into it was so much bigger than that. It's probably because somebody inspired you. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like that.
You already know.
Yeah. It's dope to share that with other musicians. So that's really cool. I
forget too, honestly, that to sometimes include other people. It is a lot of days where you can really feel like I have to do this for me, and I'm all I got. Right. You know what I'm saying? But really, what makes the best ideas are when multiple hands go into the pot. You know what I'm saying? When people are working together in unity and you got soul energy pumping into your work, you know what I'm saying? Multiples, it's always gonna be better. Amplified.
Right.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's like, That's what I have to tell myself that to ground myself sometimes. Like, okay, there are 7 billion other people in this world. Maybe you're supposed to work with them.
Right.
Like, sometimes you just
It's so hard. It's so hard. It's so hard.
Yeah, because that is the thing about having creative control. Like, if I could, like, alliterate, like, the beauty of life, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, this is what I love to do. This is how I'm showing my passion.
Yep.
You know, word to Erica, I'm a creative and I'm sensitive about my, you know, so
For real.
I can't just be letting anybody. But that even in itself is a practice of who you let into your energy and all of that. Like, just being a creative, it teaches you so much. It teaches you so much.
It really
And
does.
I was talking about that as well too, about personal growth, kind of going hand in hand with like your growth in your music. Well, I want to ask you yourself, have you seen any growth in your music?
The growth that I have seen in my music is I feel like a lot more confident when I go into the studio.
Oh my goodness.
I feel like I know exactly how I want to do it so that I'm not wasting my time and my money.
Yeah.
You know, because on the realistic side, it is so fun to just work for hours, but you know, you really have to be conscientious of the money that you spending and the time that you spending.
Right.
Because it's never free. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I like to try to really be able to get in the studio. I like to lay my vocals. I like to lay my hook, and then I like to go listen to that and then come back and do my ad-libs, and then hopefully it's done. You know what I'm saying? That is the growth that I would say for me. And also the biggest growth is not being such a perfectionist on my music, but just putting it out.
Yeah.
Because it sounds good enough to go without me adding all the things that I could possibly add. Yes. And so then you go to the next song that you record and you just try to do a little more there. You know what I mean? So,
Right. Yeah, that right there, that's my favorite part of the creative process, is going into it like that. But I have a much more of an analytical mind, so I'm like, okay, you got a harmony here, you got a harmony there, you know what you're going to do? Let's go in here, let's layer it, let's get it done. So, that is fun. That's really fun to do.
Yes.
But, okay, I'm so sorry. I'm
good.
because it's like I want to ask you these questions, but I'm getting so lost in your answers because I'm like right there with you. I'm just like, oh my God, yes.
For real.
So, what studios have you been to lately?
So I try to keep it at the same one, which is Head First with Saint Engineering.
That's right.
Robert Calloway. That's my dog.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
If it ain't,
sounds real nice.
Thank you.
Time.
And then he gets me so hype every time because he's like, bruh, I just got that new sauce I'm about to throw on that. We about to show him. We about to show him, bro.
That's the energy you need.
You know,
the
so
energy you need,
he gets
sure.
me hype, and I really appreciate that. I have like back in 2008 when I really first started recording my first music that I wrote. I had dealt with a few engineers, a few studios where the sound quality just wasn't coming out.
Right.
You know, like what I was paying for.
So it's worth
Yeah.
it.
So to meet somebody that you know you got that can just get your voice sounding all the way wet. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's really
Stick with
nice.
that.
It's really
Stick with
nice.
that.
Yeah.
Stick with that.
I have gone to one other studio outside of Robert Calloway, but we ain't even gonna talk about it.
We might talk about it when we come back. We'll catch y'all in a minute. Check out what the Plug Network is doing, and we'll be right back here on LeXrated.
Want your brand or business featured on the plug? Advertise with us at plugnetworkonline.com. Again, advertise with us at plugnetworkonline.com. We got the eyes that are looking for you.
Baby, you better open up your door, baby.
Welcome back to LeXrated here on the Plug Network. I am here with R&B singer Rob Lee in the building. Thank you so much again for coming out.
Thank you so much for having me.
So we said we're not going to discuss no shade.
No.
But we still gonna keep it real because
Yes.
that's who we are. That's who we are. So I did want to discuss from trial and error too. You know what I'm saying? Because listen, we're not perfect by any means, but we want to discuss what it means to be a professional as an independent artist in the music industry. What?
Listen. Let's see. Like, that's a whole. You know what I'm saying? So my first ground advice would be to never stop learning. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Study whatever you want to do. You have to study it. You have to research it. If you gonna put a video on YouTube, you need to know a little bit something about the YouTube algorithms.
Right.
You need to know how to use them hashtags and the geolocation. You need to look at other people's like professionals' titles,
Yes.
how they it has their name, dash, song title,
Right.
official music video in parentheses. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like
They'll
those
put it on
things,
song.
those things they really do matter. And
They
that's
do.
so anything you want to do, I would just say research it. If you want to write, you need to research how to submit your music if you're gonna be a writer. You need to if you want to be on Instagram and you want to go viral on Instagram, you need to research how those algorithms work. You need to research how to look at your stats so you know what areas to target, blah 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 blah. You feel me? So that's my best advice on professionalism. You're gonna be more professional the more you know.
That makes sense. That makes sense. And that's what's going to separate you from being a hobbyist and being a professional entertainer. That's for sure.
Who you calling a hobbyist?
Listen, from a hobbyist to... Listen, I don't
For real.
But for real, seriously.
Yeah, but
and
for
also,
real.
while we're talking about that, just a little piece of free game. If you do upload your video, do it to your own channel and not to the videographer's channel, or in addition to. However, put it on your own thing so you can get your own shares and get your own movement going.
Exactly.
You know,
nothing wrong with letting that videographer that shot your video for free have their credit on that first day, but the next day
hello.
you need to upload it to yours too, because
Yeah.
it's a lot of artists that I would love to know who they are, and all I know is who the videographer is.
Now. Lord bless it. Okay, so I think as far as professionalism goes as an independent artist, I'm kind of a logic driven person. So it's like, be about your business.
Mhm.
However, how are you maneuvering these interpersonal relationships that you have? And this is something that I'm still working through and going through because, listen, I'm a hermit and I will get inside myself when I get beside myself. Okay, I'm like, no, it's just me and my world, right?
That is hilarious. I'm just smiling ear to ear because you asked me this question because, man, this is what I have really been thinking about myself a lot lately is, okay, we do networking for however long you network before you decide to say, okay, here's my work, here's my art.
Right.
And it just seems like a lot of those networking and those connections don't last once your art is out. So that's been the hardest part for me, is to maintain a solid connection when people who you've networked with don't feel like you're doing what you should be doing.
Yeah.
That's really what it boils down to, right? When people stop messing with you, is they just feel like you made a bad move, or
something
they like,
fickle.
okay, I can't benefit from them in no way no more. So man, that's been really tough for me, because I am also totally fine being alone. You know, I'm totally fine working by myself. I think I have always gone out of my way to include other writers, include other collaborators. Like anytime I've worked with videographers, I let them come up with my treatment. Not that I'm incapable of doing that, but that's your lane. Like my lane is the song, singing, the writing. You know, I'm gonna make sure that when I hit that move, you know, it's gonna be on point. But I'm gonna let you tell me what to do. You know, so it'll take that stress off of me. But
it's a collaborative effort.
When you give other people responsibilities over your stuff,
come on now, because if you want it done right.
When you say, hey, I would like you to help me with something, and then they start feeling like, this is mine now. So yeah, it's been very tough dealing with the interpersonal relationships. I try to always support other people in whatever they do. I ain't gonna lie, as far as social media goes, since the beginning of COVID, I have not been as active as I feel like I had been before, as far as going down my timeline and looking for my friends and people who I know are doing something. So yes, I see what you're doing, but I might not have hearted it. I might not have liked it. I might not have commented on it. But little do you know, I am supporting you. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching your work. And I think also the fact that we live in a social media society now, like people do feel a way when they don't see your name pop up under their likes. You know, people feel a way when you're not commenting. People feel a way when you're not sharing. People feel a way when you're not viewing, when they can't see that you viewed. So it gets tough. Tough. My best advice is stay true to yourself, and that's what I'm gonna do.
That's kind of what it boils down to for me. For one, humility, because it's two sides. It's a very I am Sasha Fierce situation when you're in where you have your normal self, and then you have yourself that you get to be, that you know go into and create this whole different world. So when you indulge in that world and then it starts to get some traction, you're like, wait, I can be Sasha Fierce, like for real. You know, sometimes you can get lost in that. So the first thing is to just like kind of remain humble and remain grounded. But then also the thing for me is having anxiety. So having social anxiety when I'm going about in a setting, I feel like sometimes I can get mistaken for having my nose up in the air. When really I'm just trying to keep myself together.
So like when you say social anxiety, do you like if you was to walk into a club, do you got tunnel vision?
I have to.
Now when I walk into a bar full of people, I see what I'm here to do.
Hello.
And I don't see nothing past that moment. I'm not social again until I get off the stage.
That part.
And that's very hard for some people. So
yeah, I guess it is hard for some people to understand, but I'm loving this conversation. Right now we're going to take a break, but when we get back, we are going to get more into the mind of an artist here on LeXrated. Stay tuned.
Want your brand or business featured on the plug? Advertise with us at plugnetworkonline.com. Again, advertise with us at plugnetworkonline.com. We got the eyes that are looking for you.
Baby, you better open up your door, baby.
Hey, welcome back to LeXrated, brought to you by the Plug Network. I am here with my I Am Royalty family, Rob Lee. We've been getting into the mind of an artiste.
Yes.
talking about videos, talking about professionalism, talking a bit about our kind of social anxiety, and we figured out what it was. We came there to do a job.
Yes.
And so that's what it is.
Job.
So that's probably like a lot of entertainers things. So if you see them and you feel like they think they too good, no, we just really trying to focus.
Just trying to
and
focus.
we're probably a little tipsy too, so it's really hard to focus like that. Oh my goodness! So
I was gonna say or high. You know, they might have hit a joint or something,
right? And
to calm them nerves.
Very hard to focus then. Who knows? You might not want to talk to them. You never know. But we talked about you performing at the Vibe this past Thursday. Do you have any performances coming up, or any shows, any singles, any new singles, any upcoming singles? What's going on in Rob Lee's artiste world?
So right now, I do have something coming up at the end of this month at the Louisville Free Public Library.
Okay.
And it's in affiliation with S2-2 Deep. I don't have the full details on this particular situation, but I can get those to y'all.
Yes, and I will be sure to cascade the information out as well. That's how we do it. And that's how the affiliation affiliates.
I kind of been holding off on the music videos right now. Them things get expensive. You know, everybody that works wants to be paid. And I'm not no millionaire. I'm not
right.
signed to no huge record label. I really be funding everything out of my own pocket. Right. I've always been very upfront about that. So I'm not really pressed on doing music videos right now because I want them to be watched if I do.
Hello. Hello. Gotta be.
But good. I do have another song coming out. I've just been really dropping singles, you know, trying to keep my name out there, let people know that I'm still here. But this next track, I do think that a lot of hip hop heads are going to appreciate it. Okay. I haven't done a track like this in a while. Okay. It's gonna feature Peter Wesley and D Twist.
Oh my god! Oh, energy, energy.
Yeah, I'm real excited about the vibes that it's giving off. I'm excited about the motivational message behind it. And I really hope that, like, I feel like with a track like Liddy Boy from Art of Flight, I was on my clowning shit. I was on my, like, this is who I am. Right. You gonna accept me. Right. I feel like with this one, it's more like we need to understand who we are as a people and elevate, you know.
Ooh,
like, so
yes.
I'm really excited about that message. And I hope people listen to that. I want to do a video for it, but like I said, I want my supporters to watch it.
Listen,
if I do it,
y'all listen. So that means y'all need to watch because it's happening. If I can get cast in my Black Panther fit, I'm coming out. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for that. I'm very excited for that.
It's called Don't Play Yourself.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
I got that idea from Prince.
Okay. Prince
got it's a little meme / little online clip where he's like, anybody that tries to play me plays theyself. And you know, I was like,
Hey,
ooh, we
I
can't
love
play
it.
ourselves.
You can't play. Don't play yourself.
Don't play yourself.
Don't play yourself.
So,
And listen, I'm excited for this. I don't know if y'all know, but he would allow me to say it because he is. D-Twist is crazy and controversial.
yes.
So I'm excited for
yes,
this.
yeah.
I
But you
wanna
know
see what he
exactly
got to
why I
say.
wanted him on there. I was like, hey,
Yeah.
man, I want you to go hard. So.
He comes with that energy.
He
He does.
does.
Which is the name of your single that's out right now, right?
Energy. Yep.
Energy.
Yep.
Yes. Yes.
Yee.
There it is. Yes. Wait. This way, that way. I gotta understand how to get my Vanna White on when the stuff pops up on the screen, y'all.
Oh shoot.
I know, right? I was like, well, I look like we're trying to do Janet Jackson. Oh my goodness.
That is funny.
So before we close out, I always have to ask, even though I feel like I've asked a lot of questions, you know, along this line, I haven't asked this one directly.
Okay.
What advice would you give to an aspiring entertainer or an entertainer that's just starting out? If there's one piece of advice you could give, what would it be?
Stay out of my way.
There it
I'm
is.
just playing. I'm
You said
just
you can
playing.
learn 'em,
I'm just
but
playing.
don't come for 'em, okay?
No, seriously, be true to yourself. Be true to yourself, you know what I'm saying? And just keep going. You know, it's gonna be a lot of stuff that's gonna try to stop you. It's gonna be a lot of roadblocks and obstacles. Life's gonna happen. You just gotta keep pushing through. You gotta stay true to yourself. I swear, even when it feels like nobody's paying attention to you, somebody's watching you. Period.
They watch. They always watch.
They always watching.
And listen, if it's one thing about the LeXrated general consensus is don't stop. Keep going.
Keep going.
That's what we all say. That's what we all say. It's like, I think that everyone in the world is a creative.
Hell yeah.
We are specifically musicians in our own right, but everybody has a creative spirit and a creative energy. Like we are not here just to work and eat, and that's it. Like, you know, we're supposed to create. We're supposed to do what we're passionate about. So, you know, when you hear us say like, don't stop, keep going, like it's personal. It's personal every single time. And like I said, it can teach you so much. Like it can just teach you so much and take you so far.
Yes.
Okay, so let's see. Okay, so let's talk about the stars in the sky. As I always do, I have to ask you, do you know anything about Pisces? The sun is in Pisces right now. We're in Pisces season.
I don't know much about Pisces, honestly.
Okay, so Pisces are the fish. They're like the really, really dreamy people of the horoscope. Like they like to get deep and like, do you remember Lisa Frank? Like the artist with all the rainbow colored like colors and stuff. If I could,
the little coloring books and stuff.
Yeah, that's Pisces vibes, right?
Okay.
They're like all dreamy, like just get lost in the dreams and very lucid and stuff like that. And so, I just want to see if that's resonating with you right now, since the sun is in Pisces. Are you feeling like more dreamy, like more apt to daydream or to like follow your dreams or like just go with the flow?
I actually am. That's interesting. And
wow.
I didn't even think, I was wondering what it was.
That's what it is.
That's got to be what it is. I have been in I feel like a dream-like state lately.
I love that for you, though. I've been trying to romanticize my life lately, so I've been trying to get this Pisces sun vibe all year long.
Hey, that's some good energy. I like Pisces then.
Yeah, I know, right? Plus, today's felt like that, too. Like, it's kind of had its hardships, but it feels good outside. It's a good day. We're taking it for what it is, and everything is turning out just fine. So,
hey.
Oh, my goodness. I'm happy about it. Well, we have reached the end of this episode of LeXrated. Thank you again
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for being here.
I really
my gosh, it was such a pleasure. It was such a pleasure.
It was.
Once again, I am Alexa Morgan. This is LeXrated, and you are watching on the Plug Network. Stay plugged in.
Peace.
Want your brand or business featured on the plug? Advertise with us at plugnetworkonline.com. Again, advertise with us at plugnetworkonline.com. We got the eyes that are looking for you.